My name's Rosie Martin and I make instructions that show people how to create their own clothing from scratch. I started making clothes when I was a teenager and I had very specific ideas about what I wanted to wear. I wanted to wear bright green trousers and I couldn't find any bright green trousers. And a friend of mine at school just drew out some illustrations in biro showing me how to bash some trousers together from fabric. And from that point on I just started to experiment with making clothes. I loved it and sort of learned how to make things that fit my own body. After a while people started asking me where I got my clothes from, and I said I made them myself, and people often said that they wish they could make their own clothes. And I got quite frustrated because I knew that it was really simple and I didn't have any special skills. So the idea behind DIY Couture is that it empowers people to make their own clothes. And now Lawrence King have published a DIY Couture book that contains 10 sets of instructions, and each instruction teaches you how to make a different item of clothing. The idea is that anyone, if you've never made anything before, you can pick up the book and you can sort of learn to sew through having a go at a project, because that's definitely my approach. It's more, you don't necessarily need to go to a sewing lesson and learn how to use a machine. It's quite simple. You just need to get stuck in, and often having a project to get stuck into is the best way of learning something. The concept is that sewing is a very simple visual activity, and if it's shown visually then it's easy for anyone to understand. So DIY Couture explains the making process just using very simple illustrations and photographs. So DIY Couture is like the antidote to fast fashion. It's definitely a different satisfaction you get from making something. It's not a sort of a fast retail fix. Hopefully you make something that you love, that fits you well. It's totally unique to you and it's going to stay in your wardrobe for a long time and possibly even be passed on to someone else that you love.